Why? 79. You're doing so good. We're gonna be here for a minute. Well, just for some notes while talking, you got to get the information first. You got to set up your Excel. You might have to add some sheets, 1,000 of them. You might want to set this up so it's easy to do. You know, once you get it established, you'd probably in here to again clear it out and start sorting it and how you want it. By sector, subsector, the price of those sectors, and being able to move that around, put charts to it, do multiple combinations of, once you have the names like this here, then making it live action is going to be important. But it's kind of important to plant your feet where the base would be for that. Because at certain market caps or whatever, and it's going, I mean, it was from the set, obviously, as we pull down here, from market cap, or market value, excuse me, not the price as the sorting algorithm, but we're going to want to change that around. That's an important metrics like moving average of the day, the moving value, free cash flow, the float, a bunch of other stuff, but we don't have that yet. We don't got that yet. We're just trying to build the thing to know where the names are, to cut it down, so we don't lose quite so much on our feet per second here, or the TPU, CPU doesn't get quite so mad and hot at us. Let's limit this down for what gear this HP droid's really going to be able to handle. It's 5,000 a lot. Moving near Earth objects moving around. Well, we're getting to it. I got to be able to cover it. You don't want it in multiple sections. To make sure you have everything sorting universally, you got to be able to put it all in one hat. Okay, here we go. Oh no. Easy, girl. Let's do that. Okay, so now that we got all that highlighted, we're going to want to go to Data Tools. We want to sort the ranges. We can individual sort columns, but we want to sort the ranges. Go to Advanced Sort, because let's see if we can move this. Yeah, here we go. All right, so our names, we can't really do anything in alphabetically. I don't care. You could say market cap was already important, and this is all going to get broken up here in a second, but let's first break it down so that way we can break it down. And then once we have it in sectors, we can dissect this field into its component parts, which would be like the heat chart on the sectors, the 10 of them that are in there, or 11, 12 of them. Not exactly sure, given what it is. So let's start in column F here. We want to organize that. And we want to do it A to Z. We want to make that alphabetical in the system. Bang, baby. That's an alphabetical, utilities at the bottom, sector for what it is, what we'll cut off into later. All the technologies, everything else nice and organized for us so we can just grab the name. Alright, so let's go over here and sort down the G category. Make sure we get these subcategories figured out. Sort range, advanced ranges. We want to do G there. We want to sort alphabetically as well. And that's going to break us down into those two subsectors of consumer tobacco or industrial tools or consumer discretionary travel services. So it's going to break those down into whatever group that thought was right. Now individually, these are their own compartmentalized alphabetical version of what that does, because that's how that algorithm works. That's how it would think. It's as you walk down that, your brain wants it to be in this sector, but the truth be told, alphabetically, it would be down here. You just saw some technologies in solar. There'll be technology in materials, I'm sure. Material technologies. Let's just see if we can find one of those. Technology materials is what we're looking for. So we're looking for alphabetically here. Let's just go back and sort that F again. Sort F 80 go. Well, certainly did. But that's going to put us in first order first. That's what was wrong with it. I did the second order first. But they're just going to rip through all its technology and sectors nice and clean for you. Then you can check your price ranges. What do you like? You can, again, once that comes in here, you might want to have those sectors where you're just setting columns inside of here to a specific price range, so they reorganize this based on what this main driver would be. But this is going to go to a lot with that. But here you can see, 2 million difference isn't really a clean indicator for us to determine what's high or low inside of there. So how, when we do start adding, graphs or filters, I forget exactly, or insert the charts, we can begin to describe that. And again, remember, this isn't a live action danger noodle. This is TPU, individual, grinded out by sector analysis, and utilize what those charts are telling us in overlays as much as individual overlays if you want to set them up, because this whole thing is a monster deep field fifth dimensional object. Ragdoll physics to genetic or evolution, well, not genetic, but people on a genetic evolution for a neural net makes this. You have to build this with your source code. You'll have a structure to do it. That's the overall ball wave particle slit experiment. Once that's refined and you can observe it, you have to then go about smashing the atoms this way, which might require you to add that JavaScript kind of Python program stuff into it, because nobody really knows at that point in time. I can go back and hack somebody else's Weeble's platform, and that's basically what this has done. And when we pretty it up, that will be all of what I've made to then import back to a system and then put into a Weeble's account, you see. It's a good fundamental failure proof, if anything. Good practice, get to know the names, your in charts, narrowing it down, why you have a high advantage in certain fields with a lot of things going on. So